Half of Ukraine's grain exports cross the Black Sea to nations around the world. But after July's attack on the Kerch Bridge, linking Russia and Crimea, they stopped. That's when Moscow quit a deal with the UN and Turkey to ensure safe passage. Ankara is now seeking to persuade Russia to return to the agreement under which Odessa seaports ship tens of millions of tons of grain. The two men last met in Sochi just over a year ago, after the grain deal was reached. Now, the Russian president is refusing to allow safe passage for more than 20% of the world's grain supply. President Putin says the agreement enriched Western businesses and promises made to exempt Russia exports from sanctions have been broken. A sentiment echoed by the Russian foreign minister during a meeting with his Turkish counterpart in Moscow last week.
As soon as measures are taken to solve all those issues that have remained unfulfilled, despite the promise of the UN Secretary General, whose efforts are appreciated, as soon as the talks turn into concrete decisions, we'll be ready to resume our part of the grain deal the same day.
Those measures Moscow wants include the reconnection of the Russian Agriculture Bank to the SWIFT international payment system. That was cut off by the EU in June last year. And although Russia's grain and fertilizer exports are not subject to Western sanctions, it says curbs on payments, insurance, and logistics are hampering shipments, and it wants them lifted. The UN Secretary General says he has sent a letter to the Russian foreign minister urging resolution.
We believe that the Black Sea Initiative has given a very important contribution to make the food markets more adequate to our objectives of food security.
But Russia's foreign minister says nothing in this new proposal guarantees Russia's demands will be met. President Vladimir Putin's summer residence, Roche, an imposing Stalin-era palace near here, is where he will host his Turkish counterpart on Monday, a historic location for a grand event as the Turkish president seeks to restore order and convince the Russian president to agree to a new deal. His failure or success will have global consequences. Dorsa, Jabbari, Al Jazeera, Sochi.